You know this world has gone insane. It is absolutely no secret. But tonight, Saturday night, you are about to experience the true measures of what that insanity can bring you. Tonight, you are about to see Bald and Bonkers, the one-of-a-kind show that delves deep into the world with no holds barred. Now, meet your hosts, Dakota Franson, specialist of the strange, and Christopher Mule, the UFO fanatic. Now, give it up, and let's see what these two idiots can bring you.
Welcome, everybody. Yay!
Welcome. And look who's here. Tonight we have one of our favorite guests on, Elena Danaan. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully the Galactic Federation's IT team will help us keep the connection.
No. Well, I contacted the IT. It should be good. They have a good IT, I think.
It's just madness, guys, in the chat. It's just the internet is very bad for some weird, mad reason. There is a massive solar storm. Maybe it's that. I don't know if that could be it, you know. So, Elena, how are you? It's good to have you back.
I'm very, very happy to be back, and I'm very good. Thank you very much. Very busy working on my next book and other tasks I'm doing, and I'm good.
We've got so many questions tonight we want to ask you. So I'm just going to come straight out with the first one. What's happening in Ukraine now? What is happening with the Ark?
Well, of what I know, there's an Ark that was left there under the Oleshki Sands, an ancient ship which is really huge, and who in the ship you have beings in stasis belonging to an very ancient civilization. There's a lot of technology, a lot of holographic and other technologies that are that can be read and activated only in the presence of people who have the same DNA in their bodies as the people who build these ships.
Really?
That's very interesting.
Yeah, nobody else can activate that. So it's certain DNA markers that are able to activate that. But you know, humans are very impatient and they want power and technology very quick.
Yes. Oh, the internet goes out again. The Galactic Federation. Where is the IT team for the Galactic Federation when you want them?
Come on, you guys can easily take Russia. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's so strange tonight because Elena's having so many problems. It's as if they just don't want the knowledge to get out, you know? It's crazy.
Back, yes.
Double D, Elena.
There.
The internet is very difficult tonight, but we're fighters. We'll get it.
We'll get there. It'll get better. It'll get better. Hopefully the Galactic Federation will do something about it. So, Dakota, would you like to ask any?
No, right. I know, right? So, what I was saying is, it's freezing again. Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. Well, I was saying that in Ukraine, you know, the deep state had a lot of assets there. They were developing some biotechnologies.
That's right.
It was in a lot of undergrounds there, and these biotechnologies had to be just
see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you talk about subjects like this. This is what happens.
If somebody's trying to screw with us, you're only making the show more enticing.
Yeah. It's madness.
Holy crap, we're up
Don't
to
worry,
45.
she will be back. She will be back, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to reset her router. She just messages. She's got to reset our internet router. So just please stay. We'll not be long. There's 46 people in the chat. So who is everybody in the chat while we wait and Elena coming back, ladies and gentlemen? Because there's so many interesting questions we're going to be asking her, you know?
Yes.
So who we all got there? Drew's Paranormal Vlog. Who else we got? My goodness. Shelley. Oh, there you go. Who's that there, Dakota?
Is that Louis Zenidog that said they came from a crashed meteor?
Yes, that was actually quite interesting.
Yeah. Mike the Naked Bigfoot.
There's Mike the Naked Bigfoot, ladies and gentlemen. I would actually like to ask everybody, there's 46 people in the chat right now. Could you go and subscribe to Mike the Naked Bigfoot's channel? Because awesome stories. If you love like cryptid stories and you love like tales of the supernatural that'll put chills, you know, see that guy's channel there? Amazing. It's so weird this happens with Elena lately. Yeah, this is
like just before the show, I sent her the link so she can join us in, but she never got it. So this is weird.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll keep this going all night if need be until she comes back, because it's just with certain things we actually had 7 of our videos removed. There's Elena back now, guys.
Incoming transmission.
You're back. You're back.
Hey, I'm back.
There we go.
This is really incredible.
Yeah, we're just talking, saying that all the problems that's going on lately with everybody in the UFO subjects. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And people I've even interviewing me often have problems because, you know, something always often tries to stop me. I asked Thoran to do something to the internet connection. He said he's trying, but you know,
it's one of those things, you know. So, it's one of those, you know. It's you were telling us about Ukraine. Could you finish off with that? Thank you. Which says she's back. I think she's froze again, guys. This is quite bad. I mean, it's all the time.
This is especially bad. Elena is definitely onto something big if she's having this many issues.
Yes, I mean, we had 7 of our videos removed.
They were talking about UFO subjects, and they were trying to say it was medical misinformation.
Yeah, and we were talking about the moon. Nothing about medical misinformation, but they all got took down. Absolutely. See, this is the thing now, guys. This is why we broadcast over like Amazon. What's that? Could be resources.
Basically, I'm just popping in some of the chats for the replays.
I don't consent to darken for see, this is the thing, guys. This is why it's so hard for us, guys. I mean, we're just starting off in a channel, and we get really good guests on. Lane is one of the best guests we've ever had on the show. And when we get these people on, they just take her straight back off again. And it's very frustrating. It really is.
Yeah, like I said, it's the... I don't know. If it is something trying to interfere, they're only giving us more credibility.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy thing. I mean, you sent Elena an email, and she got the email, but with no link in it. I mean, that's suspect. That.
No, she didn't even get the email. I sent her one this morning, my time.
Yeah.
Just so it would be covered. Then I sent her a follow-up just to make sure.
Yes.
She didn't get any of those. Now, naturally, she's a very popular woman, and I will definitely be looking forward to this new book when it comes out.
Oh, yeah, so am I. Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's This is weird.
It's not just weird, man. It's getting too. I mean, we actually were going to get a guest on about a month ago. His name's Lewis, and his motherboard fried. And he actually does like photographs of the moon, and you can see the ships on the moon, and you can see all the buildings and stuff, and his computer got wiped out. It's shocking. It really is. A big favour, guys, could you check out our subscribe button and give us a subscribe to help us get to, higher up? The more people we get out to, obviously, Elena will be back soon.
Yeah, well, just kind of trying to truck through, make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, finally gave up.
No, she'll be back. Elena will be back. Don't worry,
no,
guys.
I know.
I don't know.
Happened to me.
Do you know something? Why don't we play the trailer that we've got a trailer? We could show everybody a trailer that we're working on, and then we'll play it again. Do you want to play it?
That's actually not a bad idea. Just kind of help fill the airtime. So because we do have a lot of new people in here.
Yep.
Before we get on to that, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special project coming together. Mm-hmm. It is a bit of a UFO contactee documentary. And Elena's actually been helping me behind the scenes with some stuff I've been dealing with.
Yes.
I am so forever grateful for her help. There's so much that she has helped made sense. And I was hoping we can get her help, but I don't know how we're going to pull it off if everybody keeps trying to shut us down, man.
Oh, we'll pull it off. We'll get her onto the documentary. Let's show everybody this documentary, the clip we've got for this before she comes back.
So we do have a Kickstarter campaign that's going to be launching next week. Here is the trailer.
Can you imagine? Where am I? Who is this person that's in front of me? And I think it's fair for anybody to have those thoughts running through their head in that moment. A few more details on the guy start to appear, then all of a sudden he stops right in front of me. He said, Dakota, there's someone here to see you. After this guy spoke, he stepped aside and there's this little girl behind him. The first thing I notice is that this little girl looked just like me. Admiring the stars. Son of a bitch.
Did somebody just move her camera there? Did you see that?
She just kicked it. She's not here. She's there. She's not ready to see this.
No, yeah, soon she will be.
No. She's too far ahead. She's trying to pull out.
She's a bit poo.
She's trying.
Did you hear the voice?
Trying to focus. Only to discover
Was that your ship I saw?
Someone was looking for you.
Starship. Sun. Starship. 2, 3. There's literally something right above me. Olivia, baby girl, is that you? You okay?
Change your life forever. We are light. Kickstarter campaign coming soon.
See, we just got an update from Elena.
Yeah.
It is really fighting her.
Right, I tell you what, Elena, we'll drop you that link again in the chat.
Of course.
This is getting ridiculous. See, this is the there you go. I mean, what do you think of that? Great regards from the south of Brazil. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're really hitting everywhere tonight.
I think it's getting to the point now where you can't really discuss the UFO subject. I mean, we should have named this talking about vegetables or something like that, because obviously, if you name anything about UFOs or you talk about aliens, you know, this is what happens now. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You know, it's someone who we should try to get on an interview with one night.
What is that?
The CEO of YouTube.
Yeah.
Ask her what the heck is going on.
That'll no happen. See, this will no happen, and no doubt videos will get took down. I mean, we had moon videos, discussions about the moon that were took down. Oh, Elena's back. Elena's back, guys.
Hold on. Keep our fingers crossed.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yes.
Can you hear us, Elena? No. See, this is
I'm
the
here,
crazy thing.
but really bad. I reset all the internet connections, and you're frozen again.
See, this is the problem. Somebody was saying in the chat, Elena's been having this problem other places.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hear me?
Yes. Yes.
You're frozen to me.
Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you.
We can see you. Elena, before they completely shut us down, can you continue telling us about the arcs before?
You can't hear what you're saying,
No,
dude.
I know.
You are frozen. Sometimes it works, but not.
It's getting ridiculous. I mean,
we're gonna have
this. Yeah. This is what happens, guys, when you talk about subjects like this.
Well, I think you've been asking me questions that they don't like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you hear me talking, but
yeah.
Yes, I have either one of you or either the other, and it's very difficult to understand what you say. But I could try.
What do you want to do, Dakota? Do you want to? What do you want to do?
Well, I do have a bit of an idea.
Right.
Do we want to try relaying through chat our questions?
Yeah, sure. Well, right, you type it up first on the chat.
So obviously we're going to need to talk because we do still do the audio version of this.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're going to just try something. Got this.
That you can see it.
Can you continue the discussion on the arc? Can you hear me? Can you hear me talking? Can you hear
Yes.
me talking? I don't hear you. We can hear you, Elena. Go ahead. Okay. That's a good way. Okay, so I don't know where it stopped. I don't know where it stopped, but okay. So in October 2021, ancient civilization coming from other galaxies, calling themselves the Cedars or the Guardians, came back into our galaxy, into our solar system, throughout a portal behind Jupiter. And these people are represent 24 civilizations who have seeded life in many galaxies. The Cedars are the founders. They came back because they wanted to be there when humanity of Earth takes their power back. And so when they arrived, their ships, they have a certain frequency, and this frequency activated the other ships who were dormant into our star system, Earth and other planets. These ships started to activate it, but before it activated since October, a few years before, they had sent probes to start preparing this activation, and Oumuamua was one of their probes, one of their ships. They have this technology of disguising their ships like meteorites or asteroids. So sometimes you don't really know if it's a spaceship or not. That's very, very clever. The Andromedans do that as well. It's a very clever way of going unnoticed. So these ships who have activated, they are called arcs, or many of them. There are many ones on Earth because Earth was a colony. There were several colonies on Earth from these people from the Intergalactic Confederation, and they had left these ships on Earth and the planet. So as they activate, they switch on. They switch on. What does it mean? It means that the technology on board is suddenly made operational, functional to be used. Mm-hmm. But the right people can use it. It activates only when the people with the right DNA comes, because DNA has a frequency. And the bodies that we inhabit we are all hybrids. And some of us, many of us, have these particular DNA codes of ancient hybridization with these people from the Intergalactic Confederation. So as we step into these arcs with our bodies, that's what happened to JP, Dr. Michael Sala, contact in the US Army. He has the 22 DNAs. He can activate ships when he is in certain places. These ships are all interfaced with each other. As they activate, they produce heat. So this is really remarkable because we can see that physically, the heat produced by these ships. So you have, for instance, in Antarctica, it's a very, very important place where you have this heating under the Lake Vostok. That's where an arc is, South Pole. And recently, we've heard about, as Thoran had announced, we've heard about the South Pole of Neptune warming up. And that was very interesting. I was really delighted because it was on March 28th, Thoran had told me, and I made a video about this on March 29, the following day. You can find it in my contact series. Thoran said the arcs are activating, and since the old Oumuamua came into our star system, it activated also other arcs. It started to activate arcs a few years ago, and he said, you will start to hear about Neptune soon. That was March 28, and April 11, 2 weeks after, we indeed heard about Neptune's South Pole warming up unexpectedly. with peaks in temperature suddenly, and that was amazing. I wasn't surprised. I was laughing. I was, oh, well done, Thoran. What to say else about these arcs? They are all interfaced.
Oh,
In 5, 4,
4,
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I started to hear you a little bit, but it's just not.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I was
yeah.
actually had a look at questions.
So
tonight.
I hope you heard well just my explanations, and if you have questions, just write them down, and I think we're going to go like this.
Dakota, can you ask Elena about the Dead Valley in Russia? Type it up quite quick, because I can't type so quick as you.
The what valley in Russia?
The Dead Valley, the one that's meant to have the Death Valley in Russia.
Are you talking the Alpine Pass?
Yeah.
Oh, Dakota, you're clear now.
Yep.
Oh.
What did you say, please?
Can you tell us anything about? It's a part of
what
Russia.
Did you say?
It's a part of Russia. It's called the Dead. What's it called again, Dakota?
You can hear me, but not Chris.
Yeah. Could you type it up? Just type it up for her, because
well, let's keep to this pattern. It seems to be the only. We'll just type it up anyway.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens when you talk about this subject. You know, it's I just don't know. We've had loads of guests this has happened to. Oh, she's back.
Oh,
I'll bring.
Up in.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey. We
that
got
was
her.
The me. That was the me.
That was you. I'm blaming you.
That was the me. It was the me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is madness.
You know what I'm going to do? I may look you up on YouTube, and maybe if you are clear on YouTube, I can follow what you say and answer. That's maybe an idea. I can do that on my phone.
Yep.
That's an idea.
We've followed. Yeah, it's. I think it's the government, the world. We know who they are. I'm not going to mention their names. They obviously don't want disclosure, and they don't want humankind to have clean energy. You know.
Oh my God! You're very clear now, Chris.
Oh, really?
You're very clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. I think when you start to speak about mention Russia, I think, oh, I did it. That's good.
Yes. So, Elena,
yes.
Is there an ark in the Dead Valley in Russia?
So this ark, I don't know. It's still there, and the Russians are. I think there was a U.S. Army contingent in there that tried to save it and activate it. There was a fight for it with the deep state, and I think the Russians just got the hold of it. I don't know what's going to happen with this one, but it's quite a fight to get the technology inside. But the problem is that you need to be of the right DNA frequency, but as well, you know, these machineries, these devices, they work on high frequency. If you don't have a high frequency of consciousness, that's very important, you cannot have access to these devices. It just pushes you out, you know. So I don't know what's happening at the moment there, but
Can I see the arcs right inside the arcs? What is actually in it? Is it technology that will benefit the human race?
Yes, absolutely. These technologies are it's holographic and quantum technology. It's going to be made available for humanity. You know.
Yeah.
It's something that is, because now they are allowed to activate because it's the moment we have access to it. We really need to make an effort, kick out the deep state really quickly, because as long as, you know,
I mean, yeah. I mean, the way the world is going with pollution and plastic and oil getting burned and wars, and I don't think the human race is going to last much longer if we don't start using clean technology and stop
Yes.
killing each other.
Mhm.
I mean, Dakota, have you got any questions for Elena?
No, she just answered mine
I
about
do
the
not see
Neptune
that.
arc.
What did you?
Also,
What did you?
yes.
There you go.
Oh.
So, Elena, where do you see the humankind going in the next, say, 2 years?
I think there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be all of this is building towards a big revolution.
Yes.
And there's going to
Mhm.
be a drastic change. The tension is building up, but it's for a reason.
Mhm.
And if our good ETLIs allow the tension to be built up, it's because it's needed, you know,
Yes.
that it just, humanity says, now fed up, and
Yes.
we just stand up, you know, because people have a tendency, well, it's not our fault. We've been raised like that, conditioned like that. The
Yes.
tendency to wait for
Mhm.
others to do the job for us, like, oh, these people above me are more able, I'm just going to wait. No, you know, it's at an individual level, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to be this big revolution, I think.
Remember last year, Elena, when there was the big thing going on about the Greys getting chased off of Earth?
Yeah.
Is there any left in the solar system? Greys? Is there still some left? Have they all been? Have
No,
they all been took out?
they have all been taken out. There's one thing though. There are time bubbles. I mean,
Yes.
grays from the future or the past are
Yes.
still trying to interfere, you know, and this is
Right.
dying out. This is going to be less and less because as they manifest, they are neutralized. So that's going to disappear. But you may still experience some alien abduction by grays. That's the last ones.
Yeah.
This is not coming from physical now, you know.
Yeah. So, how can I say this? What I take it they were chased off the Earth, right? So I take it there's a big presence of aliens right now on Earth. I mean, is there any like, how can I say this? I was reading an article the other day, and there's meant to be a civilization under the Pacific that might show themselves soon. Do you know anything about that?
Well, there are civilizations under everywhere
Yeah.
on Earth. You
Yeah.
know, there are many colonies of ETs who have just stayed there, remained from older times when there has been some catastrophes on Earth, some changes. They are there. There's ancient civilizations, you know, haven't been destroyed. Many have fled off-world, but many have gone
Yeah.
to inner Earth. So yes, of course, I've heard as well that the people from inner Earth are going to connect with upper Earth surface us soon. Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I heard that it was in the Pacific zone, and that's where they stay under the water. And I don't know who they are. They're meant to be a really old race that have lived here before we have. But it's getting to the point now where they have to show themselves because of the pollution. Yeah.
But you know about, yes, I agree. Very, very, very ancient people under the Pacific Ocean. You know, I have something to say about the pollutions and dirty energies. That is maintained by the enemy. Okay, I try
Yes.
not to name names because it's working.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You know, at the time of Tesla, we had all the patents. We have all this energy, free energy. The future was here, and then the deep state went, oh, wait a minute, no, we want to keep on earning profit from the petrol, from the oil industries,
Yes.
and you know, and polluting. The weakest thing was to make humanity feel and bear the guilt and the weight of what they were doing. The deep state are polluting the oceans, the sky, the earth, everything, to make profit.
Yes.
We could not do that because we have everything available to live and differently, produce differently. We don't need plastic. So that's a deep state. They do that to make humans feel miserable. That there's no other solution, that they are the ones responsible for the climate change, us, the humans of Earth. I mean,
but it's like the fact that humankind is addicted to oil. Oil runs everything, and that's the problem. We need to leave that.
I know they make us addicted to it.
Yes.
Give us something else, we'll take it.
Yeah. But it's control, it's power and it's control. If you really think about it, it is power and control.
Exactly.
Because I mean, you think about it in the United States now with the gallon, it's went up a couple of cents. Everybody's freaking out because gas has got expensive. I mean, here in the UK, gas is ridiculously pricey. I mean, it's really expensive. And we don't need to use petroleum. There's technologies that, I mean, they actually suggest that the technology that should have been released long ago, we would be actually among the stars right now if it had been released.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely. And even plastic is made with oil. I mean, we could have Earth could be now cleaner, never as polluted as it is now, because that's a deep state doing it. People, they give people no choice. We need to buy food and to go to work with putting petrol in the car. We have no choice. They give us no choice, but it's because they enslave us like this, and they make us now like suffering and tightening the thing with raising the prices.
Yes, I don't think we'll be enslaved for long though. Once it all comes out, that we've got the universe is fully life. Once that happens, I think the world will be free once and for all.
Yes, we need. Yes, totally. And
so Dakota, would you like to?
Actually, yes.
I don't see and I don't hear Dakota. So.
Oh, come on!
Can you not? Can you not hear Dakota?
No, she can't.
Ask me a question. I'll ask Elena for you.
All right. In the KGB book of alien species, there's one that's only listed
I have
as
dark screen and.
Right.
Okay.
I'll say this bit and then right. Dakota says in the KG book, there's what is it?
The KGB book
of alien races.
Yes.
Yes. It was given to me. That was amazing. If you want me to talk about it yet, it was put in my letterbox, in a blank envelope, and no address. My address wasn't on it, so people really put it in my letterbox.
Wow.
I asked the postman. He said, "I have nothing to do with that. I didn't do it." Okay. And that was weird. It was an envelope written U.S. mail, so an American envelope, beautifully clean and new, and it hadn't even gone through the post system because it was so clean and so perfect, neat. So when I opened it, I went, "Oh my God," And I said to Thorhan, he said, "I didn't do it."
Well, actually, there's Dakota asking, there is a species only listed as 2017. Do you know who they are?
Yes, it's the those who are tall blonde people smelling like flowers.
Mm-hmm.
These ones?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
They are the Aegon or Aegoni. They come from another galaxy, the galaxy that we call Fornax. They are part of the Intergalactic Confederation. They are part of the Cedars. They are one of the 24. They came on Earth. They came to Russia. They had a big work in Russia trying to convince the governments to stop fighting each other and stop nuclear tests.
Yes.
And they left a message that has been erased, and nobody has the message. But they gave a timeline. Why are they called the 2017? Because all we know about their message, it was entitled 2017-2022. So I asked Thorhan, of course, what does that mean? He said they gave the window where we can make a change. It was 21st of December 2017 and to 21st of December 2020.
It's quite interesting you say that, Elena,
so we
because
have we have 8 months to do it.
That's
afterwards, yes, just to secure the timeline.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people saying, a lot of people in the UFO community and a lot of people out there, like mediums and stuff, saying there's something coming. There's something going to happen after September on that date.
Yes. I was told July and October something's going to happen. There's going to be it's either first contact, civilian contact.
Yes.
But I think that is going to start. That is going to be official. The governments are going to reveal that they are in contact with the Galactic Federation.
Yes.
That's what I think. I believe. I'm sent hints that really go in this direction. And also the political world, the scene will change.
Yes.
And the good guys will be back.
I'm looking forward to everything being revealed, because I think it'll bring a new era to humankind.
Yes.
I think it'll free us from not just oil, not just. We need to get over the fact. We need to get over the wars. We need to stop killing each other, because I think there's a lot of alien races out there that are kind of afraid of the humans.
Yes.
Because if we get the technology and then we start going out into the stars, maybe they're afraid that we're going to start like using them as resources.
Yes, absolutely. They're very tight with us. Oh, yes, Dakota now. They're very very strict with us. That's why the Jupiter agreements have been passed in July 2021. Jupiter agreements between the Galactic Federation and the Earth Space Force, Space Command.
Yes.
To really draw the after war, the after victory. How we're going to organize? How are you going to organize, guys? Now that comes with responsibility. You need to be responsible. That's your star system. You're going to have to take care of it and not fight each other over it. We're not okay with that. So that was what the Jupiter agreements were about, to organize a safe and peaceful future for Earthlings in space and in this star system, because it's a challenge, but it's good.
Can I ask you, Elena, who will the alien races be that do first contact? Who will they be? What one out of all the alien races out there will come out? Who do you think it'll be?
I believe it will be those first who look like us.
Yes.
Those from Alpha Centauri, the systems of Alpha Centauri. The Tal, the Pleiadians, Tal. Tal, they really look like us, like Caucasians, and that's incredible. Same. The Umit with a large forehead, and the Diahil, the other, that's Thorhan's race. I don't know if they come first time or the second time, because they have probably the first time. They have really larger eyes, so they're a bit mesmerizing and different. But Yeah.
Can I ask you, Elena? There's an alien race that hangs about Dakota and me, and what are they called again, Dakota? They're like they don't have form. They don't. It's like a light being. Do you know
Well,
of
he
any
calls
types
himself
of...
an Andromedan.
Yes, he calls himself Andromedan.
The Andromedans, it's different, different races and cultures. I know the Zene or Zenate, depends. They are human beings. They have
Right.
blue skin, taller. They are probably beings that look like to us like light. Something that is important to keep in mind is that life is solid in all the densities.
Yes.
The thing is that when you are in a certain, for instance, in a third density, and you see someone in the fourth or fifth density or higher, this person is to your eyes either invisible or either translucent or either like a light being.
Yes.
But if yourself, you shift in their density, you're solid at the same level. You touch each other, it's like flesh.
Yes.
Told
There's
you.
one. See, there's one in particular that does visit us, that visits both of us,
Wow.
and he says he's a he, but I don't get that. If he is a he, I think he's both. I just call him he because it's easier for me because I'm a human. When I see him, when I look at him, when I see him, he's all goldy. You can't really look at him because he's just so bright.
Wow.
Yeah. And he comes and he tells us certain things that's happening. And a lot of the stuff that he's told me is happening right now. A lot of the stuff that he's got is all came true. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
No. There's different ones. He says he's millions of years old. Is that possible?
How many?
He said he's 5 million years old.
It's possible. It's possible if you not in the same body, but if you, in a way, we all that old. We change bodies all the time.
Yes.
When you keep your memory, it's great. In third density, we don't. But higher density, they do.
Yeah. So Dakota, would you like to ask a question?
How do I put this? Elena, you have been such a help with dealing with my situation. That particular being, Chris mentioned it as an example. One of the things he happened to say was apparently he and I are related. So trying to figure out that one. But when it comes to people who participate in the Envoy program, or more people would know it as a starseed, what would that process look like for them to come to Earth?
Okay. Yes. First, I can tell you that if you are related, you are told you are related to this being or person, it's because your soul is related to him. You are probably, in previous incarnation you were of his sibling. How does it work to come? Well, you choose. It's you come as a volunteer to help a planet, a world, to get rid of an invader, of a threat, a danger. So you just leave your body. You put your body in a stasis. You are put in stasis in a pod somewhere, secure, and your consciousness is being separated from your body. That's very easy.
Yes.
They all know how to do that. Separate the consciousness from the body, and the consciousness is sent on Earth in an embryo in someone's woman's belly, somewhere on Earth, whose body has been prepared to receive this soul. How come? Because she carries a certain DNA which frequency resonates with the frequency of the soul that is going to come in. That's the match. And the bloodline of the mother has been enhanced and activated and boosted throughout generations by benevolent abductions. And the Council of Five does that. Very nice beings. So, does that answer?
Yeah. The entity in question, he feeds me information, he tells me stuff. I mean, and he's got this fascination with Dakota, and I just find it so strange because it's as if this entity is a relation to Dakota's. But there's ones that come through Dakota that he's not afraid from them. He's more like he bows to them as if they're like higher ups, as if they're like bosses. I mean, what do you think about that?
You've cut a little bit. I didn't get the end of your question. You said Dakota is not afraid of him, and then you cut.
No, he's, how can I say this? This entity, I call him an entity.
Yeah.
He says he's 5 million years old, right? So, and then he told me that that's very young for him because there's other ones that are like a lot older, like maybe 50 million years old. And he was sent here, and this is no his first time doing this. He's been in different worlds. He's done this all the time. It's like he's helping humanity. And I'm wondering if what you're saying about going into different souls, maybe that's what it is. That's how he travels. That's how he. It's weird. It's weird, and it's quite strange because I can feel him right now. He like, see Dakota. He can sense him when he's about. Dakota, do you want to sense him?
Yeah,
I think someone just tried to show up behind me.
Yeah, I see it. I was about to tell you there's this blue being behind you that I see.
Yeah, I just saw him too.
Yeah, he's just behind you. It's very tall.
That
oh my God.
Is him. He's got many different forms. What I've been told, he's got many different forms. He's never showed me his true form, but he's like a goat. Oh, how can I explain this? He's like a light creature. He doesn't have. He can just float about. He can go out. He can do anything he wants, right? But there is ones that tell him what to do, and I think one of them's behind Dakota right now.
Yeah. I see him.
Yes.
Beautiful. Kind of blue, like between indigo. It's changing between indigo blue, clear blue, and a bit purple sometimes. I don't see him now.
Yeah,
I don't see him anymore.
He travels about. He's kind of strange. It's some of the stuff that he comes out with is quite funny sometimes, but it's the way he looks at the humanity. It's the way he looks at all of us. He's been here for a long time.
Yes,
a very long time, and he knows all the other entities, and they're aware of him. But he's always been pulling strings behind the scenes for a long, long time. He's played different entities throughout the years, throughout the thousands of years. He's played different entities. He's always been helping mankind. Yeah.
He's very, very powerful and very ancient.
Yes. And I mean, I can see that balloonist that you told me about, but I can just tell he's there. I cannot see him, but I know he's there. And he moves about. He's got a fascinating. He's fascinated by this. He's fascinated by Dakota, and he's fascinated by you, Elena. And he just knows a lot of stuff. What's your thoughts on that, Elena? What is your thoughts on him? Because he finds it quite interesting to ask.
Yeah, I think yes. I do not know him, but 50 million years, 60 million years. I don't know. That's probably the time when humanity was probably seeded. Not seeded. No, seeded. It's really more ancient. I don't know. know.
It's like he's. Oh, what can I say? How can I explain this? It's like he's always been. He's always helped. It's his race. There's no many of them left. And he's always helped everybody. the Galactic Federation know exactly who he is because he's always been here. So Dakota, do you have any questions anymore?
Sorry,
See the EMF meter going?
Yeah,
I think
EMF starting to spike.
Yeah, I think Dakota's getting contact right now, Elena.
Yeah, I find it funny that the rain is kicking up right as it's getting intense.
Yeah, because it's moved to the other side, your left ear.
Is
behind you.
It's strange because it was him that gave us it gave Dakota the idea for the documentary, wasn't it? We Are Light.
Well, we've been talking about that for quite some time, Chris, and it's just how it's evolved.
It's got that, and I don't know if anybody else in the chat can see this, but I can see. I don't know if it is. It's like a blue kind of haze moving around Dakota.
Yeah. I can see it, so I think probably everyone can see it.
Yeah, it's. So, what else is new in the Galactic Federation front, Elena?
Well, the changes that are actually happening in the star system is, I know about Mars. There are colonies who are arriving from Alpha Centauri clones to settle on Mars to help Earth colons with new technologies.
Yes.
And that's I know because Thorhan ensures securities sometimes there.
Yes. Yes.
And,
is it true there's meant to be obviously I know there was an ancient civilization in Mars at one point, but they say that there still is an ancient civilization. What's left of it?
Yeah, there was an ancient civilization that there was a horrendous war that blew up the planet, between Jupiter and Mars. The Anunnaki were involved, the reptilian Sika were involved, Mitra were involved. It was like a big blown up. All wanted the star system and its resources. There was a great civilization on Mars. They escaped. There were survivors who went to Earth. They escaped to Earth and settled there in colonies. But the civilization has been totally wiped out. Mars atmosphere has been wiped out, and there's been survivors that stayed there.
Yes, I mean, Mars is totally destroyed. I mean, I don't know why you would want to go and stay. I don't know why you would want to stay. I mean, people are wanting to leave the Earth and colonize Mars, where they should be using all that money and resources to save the Earth, But I know even if us humans killed ourselves all off, the Earth would still exist. It would still go on.
Yes, yes. The thing is, that it's not a question to where the money goes to preserve the Earth. It's a question, I believe, of the deep state stopping to pollute Earth and destroy Earth. Making humanity bear the guilt of it. That's horrible. It's really tricky. Everybody has the money to repair the Earth. It's just that they don't want to. They want to keep us in misery.
Yes, I mean that is the point. I mean it's the banks and I just hope one day that they have to say hopefully I'll see it in my lifetime. I'll see it in my lifetime, but I'm hoping that the extraterrestrials out there and they'll come and they'll save us, because obviously you could rise up. You could rise up against the governments, but then that would cause death and destruction, and before you know it, somebody would start using nuclear weapons. And I know that nuclear weapons will probably not work because our friends will not allow them to be used.
No. Every time we tried, they deactivated them. So
Yes. Yeah, that's the big point. So Dakota, what else have you got there? Mind me a big list.
Well, there is actually one question I've been pondering. I've mentioned it a few times here as a bit of a joke, but you're probably the one person that can provide an answer.
Let's see. Try me. Try me.
And I think Chris already knows what I'm going to ask. So, for someone who volunteers in the Envoy program, and they're still some sort of communication going on between a spouse. When that person comes of age and they get into relationships here on Earth, does that mean that while they're married, while they have a wife out in the cosmos, does that mean they're technically cheating?
Oh my god.
Technically, yes, but in fact, no, because that's a contract that you made. You're not in your own body, and it's something that is contracted. You know, when you have in certain civilizations, the more advanced human civilizations, most of the time, they do a binding. That means it's equivalent of a marriage, but it binds the two souls. So that when you incarnate, for instance, you come in the Envoy program, you always feel that there's someone out there in space somewhere that you are very much drawn to, but it's like a suffering because you miss this person. You think you're crazy, you know, and you try to have relationships on Earth, but it's never equaling this feeling you have towards somebody that you don't know who it is and where this person is. So that's the feeling when you have done this binding before. So no, it's how it's not really cheating. It's just a life contract. You know, sometimes you sign up to have children, to have a family. It's part of what you need to do. You know, and some are there also to experience.
I think Dakota was worried he was going to have a lawsuit when he woke up.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. With some of the communication methods I've developed to talk one-on-one with these beings, I got just the other night, and this is the reason why I had to question it. A friend of mine that I've kind of dated on and off started messaging me again. All of a sudden, the devices I use to communicate with them say, "Who is she?" Like they were angry at me. I was like, okay. That answers that question.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to say.
I know, right?
I'm sure the Galactic Federation will be able to get you like a good lawyer, Dakota, when you go.
I was just like, okay.
Then I don't know, you know, in certain cultures, or I don't know. I think it's one case, one by one. You know, I don't know that. I don't think there's a general answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Actually, I'm sad.
You know, because in the end, you find cases where the partner that stayed out there doesn't make herself or himself visible or known, because the deal is that the person that is incarnate, the envoy, needs to experience relationships and, you know, things like that. Otherwise, they would manifest, and they don't, because the person needs to go through the process necessary. You know? Yeah. Depends.
Okay.
I hope I'm present when he wakes up.
She's waiting beside the pod with the knife.
I think it was something else.
I was just like, it's like I said, it's looking more and more like the woman that keeps appearing. She's tall, you know, but she's Pleiadian tall, and the kids that have manifested have appeared to at least 20 other people. And they come to me right away because they recognize they're practically spitting images of me. So I was like, based on the talking with you, clearly some sort of rules got broken and I may be in trouble.
There's a comment there for you, Dakota. Waking up from a slap in a pod.
Oh,
Joe, well done.
Well, I always wanted to meet Will Smith, so.
I was going to say, Dakota, would you like to show Elena the trailer again?
Yes.
We've got 110 in the chat, so.
Oh yes, we have so
What
many
do we
more. This has got to be the highest number we have ever had on this show.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
So,
I really am.
like I said before in the show, we are looking into establishing kind of an ET contact documentary that kind of delves into this situation, and it actually shows a digital rendering of one of the kids that I just mentioned. And we were kind of hoping that if we can manage to work it around your busy schedule, that you could probably help us out with that. So,
yes, we can, yes, I can do my best. I'm very busy at the moment, but we can just talk about that.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a trailer I didn't make up to kind of show what we have in mind. So we'll go ahead and play that here. I'd love to get your opinion on it.
Can you imagine? Where am I? Who is this person that's in front of me? You know? And I think it's fair for anybody to have those thoughts running through their head in that moment. A few more details on the guy started to appear, then all of a sudden he stops right in front of me. He said, Dakota, there's someone here to see you. After this guy spoke, he stepped aside and there's this little girl behind him. The first thing I notice is that this little girl looked just like me. Admiring the stars. Son of a bitch.
Did somebody just move her camera there? Did you see that?
She just kicked it. She's not here. She's there. She's not ready to see this.
Oh yeah, anyway, soon she will be.
No. She's too far ahead. She's trying to pull out.
She's a bit poo.
She's trying.
Did you hear the voice?
Trying to focus. Only to discover. Was that your ship I saw? Someone was looking for you. Starship. Sun. Starship. Two, three. There's literally something right above me. Olivia, baby girl, is that you? You okay? Change your life forever. We are light. Kickstarter campaign coming soon.
Wow.
What did you think of
Yeah.
that, Elena? Good.
This is very impressive. So it's her voice that we heard.
Yeah.
It's very incredible. The little girl looks like you. That means the genes of this body have been used to produce children. It's quite amazing.
March of last year, they showed me this hospital room with their mother and that little girl in the bed, and she realized I'm in the room. She says, "Daddy, come meet my new baby brother." And when his voice comes through, his voice actually sounds just like mine.
And the other weird thing is, when I just met Dakota, and a lot of people don't know this, I had a weird dream one night, and I was in this planet, and there was like two moons in the sky, purple, kind of haze everywhere. I don't know where it was. And I looked over and I seen these two people standing, and it was a woman, tall, blonde, and a little girl. And I'd never seen that picture, ever. And he showed me it, and I went, "That's her. That's her." And I've never been right after that, Dakota. I haven't. No. I've been experiencing more and more things that's been happening.
Yeah, I have that effect on people, apparently.
Yeah.
This is an amazing story.
Yeah. It's some of the stuff we'll maybe tell you when we're off air, but some of the stuff that's been happening is mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. Because they tell us stuff and they tell Dakota stuff, and we'll actually have this exact same dream. I'll see him, he'll see me, but when I try and get his attention, he doesn't see me. But when it's like I can see him, and then I'll tell him the next day, and he'll have had the exact same dream. You know,
it's been a couple of times you have appeared as well.
Yes, but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that we've seen in the dream world. I wouldn't say it was the dream world. I would say it was somewhere else. And we've seen you, Elena. It's like a big room. We've seen you. We've seen certain famous people. I've seen certain famous people. It's like certain people that have already been chosen.
And nearly everybody we've been able to track down, something always happens, especially on the air.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think there's something coming, and I think we're all involved.
Yes.
Because there was one of them where I kept having this dream of these mountain ranges in a tree line, and it just kept dreaming it and dreaming it and dreaming it every night, exactly the same dream. And it was Mount Shasta, Dakota? It was exact mountain. And it kept telling me, tell Dakota to go there. So, I don't know there. You know?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. We are all gathering together, all those who came here to make a change, to have a role to play in these times. We are now coming all together. And I am aware that a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago, there's been a shift in the calling starseed or UFO, whatever community, in this community of those who are telling the truth about extraterrestrial and exopolitics. There's been a shift. All those who are meant to work together at the victory of this nonsense, this war, we are getting all together.
Yes.
We are finding each other. We are validating each other's testimonies, and we are coming as one. And work team. And that's one group that's getting together, and the others are forming another group, gets together as well, but to fight each other in ego wars, vanity, misinformation, and gossips, and all of these things. they are also getting together to self-destruct.
Yeah.
It's like a cleanup.
Mhm.
And those who are meant to continue, we are all getting together. And the
Yes.
truth is coming out through all of us, and everyone has a piece of the puzzle. And I find that very exhilarating. What do you think?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I mean, I keep getting this over and over, and I don't know if it's a message. It's meant for somebody. It's meant maybe for you, Elena, or it's meant for Dakota. But I keep getting this message over and over. The Council of Nine must be rebuilt on Earth. The Council of Nine. Dakota knows more about it than I do. And it's like the Council of Nine must begin again for like first contact kind of thing. They're going to choose certain people till it's.
Oh, you are you
Yeah.
talking about the 9?
Mhm.
Yes, the 9. The 9. I
Okay.
don't know what it means. It keeps coming over and over.
Yeah, because they are not a council. In fact, they are supra consciousnesses. They are overseeing the evolutions of all
Right.
cultures in the universe, and they
Right.
made contact again, and because they are going to guide humanity now
Yes.
to the next step in their evolution,
Yes.
but not directly. They get the Intergalactic Confederation are just
Yes.
are the bridge between humans and them. Yeah. So they made contact again.
Yes.
And
I think a lot of good things and amazing things are about to happen, Elena.
yes, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I think a new beginning for the world's absolutely amazing. So Dakota, do you want to do anything else before we go off the air?
Well, do just want to make one little announcement. The Kickstarter campaign for the documentary is going to be launching next week. We are going to try to. We are in talks with the distributor to get like physical DVDs made because while yes, it seems everything's going digital, when you make stuff like that, it's more impressive to have a physical copy, you know?
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. I do want to thank you again, Elena, for coming on. As always, somehow it's just you got to validate everything I have. It's like, okay, I'm not crazy, but what else is there?
And guys in the chat and guys in the podcast, all the links to Elena's books, all to her channel, everything about Elena is down below, and it will also be in the podcast form where we had 24,000 downloads last week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On that, so that's amazing. Things are happening for Bald and Bonkers. So I would like to say for all the new subscribers, thank you. By the way, I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And Elena will talk to you after the live. And Dakota, take us out, my friend.
All right. Much love, everybody. Stay safe, stay weird, because that's going to be the only way we can keep ourselves sane. Don't end up with haircuts like us.
Oh dear God.
It's out.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Be kind.